Following video is a 60-minute sales training to scale your sales team. This is a recording from a one-to-one with my client, Andrew, and friend. Within our Apex program is where we help 6-figure and 7-figure entrepreneurs scale to multiple 7 figures a year with a very solid sales team. If you want to scale your sales team and make more money out of your sales team, you have to get the following correct. So in this session, we go through absolutely everything there is about scaling a high-performance sales team, from setting, closing, the reps you need, the metrics you need to measure, and absolutely everything inside there. If you want to scale your team and you want to make more money, enjoy the following video. The idea is that we're going to go from literally ground zero of like where the gaps are in your sales organization. So sales team, the structure, the processes, the ops side, and like basically where the bottlenecks are. So we can go like top down if you want to go into like where is the biggest problem right now that you want to try to solve for as well.
Do you want to start with how we're doing sales, just for context?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're doing a standard DM setting thing, like everything is doing. Run ads, bring people into Instagram here.
Yep.
And then fucking set them here. So like this guy, for example.
Yep.
Set him, basically waiting on.
So you're running a follower ad, or
Correct.
you're creating content. And then basically you're getting them to follow the page.
Yeah.
Then when they follow the page, you're getting them set onto calls. So what's the process been like so far?
For setting calls on Instagram.
Yeah.
Basically figure out their pain point, leverage that, book them into a call from there. So like this guy, for example, hey, basically this was a really simple example.
Yeah.
He wants to grow his business. Vic said, okay, what are you focused on growing right now? I'd like to find leads in San Antonio. Good to hear, man. Are you mainly building sellers?
Yeah.
Followed up. Yo, are you good? Hey, I'm in like for buyers right now. Quick voice memo, basically just saying, yeah, like that's a great idea. Like we can definitely get you buyers and that sort of stuff. This sounds great. All right, I should have time on sales call tomorrow. Now, he's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to be like, yeah, man, feel free to just throw something in the calendar, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
I should have time whenever.
Do you know what the problem is here? Do you know what he should have said here?
No.
Okay, so just take a step back. So let's go up here. So we're going to go backwards.
Okay.
So when he's coming in, he said he wants to grow his business. So this is a real estate offer. But again, if your offer is fucking anything, it doesn't really matter. It's all the same shit. Everyone wants to grow their business and make more money, lose fat, whatever.
Yeah.
Improve relationships. At this point down here, we don't want to book guys in straight away.
Okay.
Because yes, he wants goal, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But if I just, like a lot of guys will wake up and they're like, I want a 6-pack. And then it's like, okay, but why do you want a 6-pack? What's the reason that you need it? Oh, it turns out that I have a bad relationship with my wife.
You need more leverage first.
Yeah. So what actually is initially the issue, right? Because look at this here, right? So what I want to sketch this out is in DMing, just in general, is we just need 4 stages, which is there's the pain. Okay. Then there's the problem. Then there's the duration. And then only after that period of time, then you have process. So process is your process for solving pain, problem, and duration. Okay? So let's just take this example. I'd like to grow my business. Okay, that's fine. I'd like to make $1 million a month, but what am I doing to get there?
Yeah.
Why do you feel like now is the time? What is the problem that you faced currently?
Yeah.
And what's stopping you from getting there? Okay, so I'm mainly looking for buyers right now. That has to be done before any of this pitch is done, because we want guys to be like, yes, I'm committed to scaling or to getting more leads from my real estate offer, but I have an asymmetry of information. So I don't have the information that I need to be able to
leverage them in. Yeah, I think that's something that the phone setters have an advantage of, is they can kind of poke and prod a little bit more.
But what I mean is you need this guy to admit that he can't solve his own problem. This is the thing.
Yeah.
So that needs to be done at that point. And it's like, okay, he's come back to you. And then at that point, then he said, okay, Andrew, I'm interested in growing my business. Mm-hmm. I see what I need to do from a leads perspective. I know the problem that I have, and I just simply can't solve it. Okay? Because at this point, this message that you have down here, that's like, literally that's retarded, right? That's a terrible message. You don't say that anyway.
Yeah.
But what you would say here is, hey, Edward, from everything that you told me, we can definitely solve your problem and help you.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I set you up for a quick conversation and we can go over this? If you have a closer, you'd say
that's basically what I did here.
Okay, but then at this point, the link needs to be sent. Okay, so
I agree.
When he's sending the message, there's a few things he needs to do. He needs to say, okay, from everything you told me, we can definitely help you. Okay, but at this point now, for me to help you, can I share over the booking link?
Yeah.
Can I share? It's a very important to ask for permission.
Can I?
It's like,
I think.
can I share over the link to book in?
Yeah.
He'll say yes, okay? And then when you send the link, you have to say, okay, I'm going to be online for the next 20 minutes.
Yep.
Please let me know that you've booked in.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because please confirm that you have booked in, because that's why you're getting these stalls.
Yeah, Vic did something similar here. The issue is he didn't. Here, I'll show you. So,
Yeah.
we just went through. Thanks for the follow. Enjoying the content. How's everything going with you? All good on my side. Again, like kind of just questionable, but we'll keep like.
Yep. Okay, so just curious, as fast as do you find to make a difference? Okay, it's definitely intriguing. I can see how it can make a game changer.
He's pitching it just a clarity call, and I think that there's a huge problem with that as well,
Yeah.
because it sets the tone wrong. So you're coming in just we can just like kind of figure this out. And,
Yes.
like,
So
so it needs to be a lot more. He didn't build any leverage on this lady.
So
Like, in general.
the issue here is it's obviously the framing, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
But intentionality is super important, right? So
Yeah.
people that are intentional make deliberate decisions. So if you want to get fit and you want to go to powerlifting, you have to go to a powerlifting class, right? The intentionality behind your decisions is super important. When the intentionality here is a clarity call, obviously it's complete bullshit. So what we need to do here is move this around, have it from the perspective of, look, again, everything you told me, we can definitely help you. Are you open to getting on a call? We don't need to call it a clarity call or anything like that, you know?
I agree.
You just need to keep it very simple. But the issue then is this individual knows. So if you put it as a clarity call, it's literally a bait and switch. You get on the call, you give them an offer, and they're like, oh, I thought we were friends, Andrew.
Exactly.
Whereas if you make it very clear, like, yeah, I've helped real estate agents before. I'm going to help more real estate agents. I can definitely help you. Then she knows that, okay, this is going to be helpful. Sorry, the reason why that's important is because you go a step back up. When you've really digged into that problem and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, this has been a problem for you for 6 months. And what have you done about it? Nothing.
Yep.
When you say we can definitely help you, it seems logical. Whereas if I'm like best friend vibes up here and then clarity call down here, then what's going to happen is she's going to be like, well, I'm only here just to inquire. And then this is what I showed you the other day, which was the difference between education and an educated buyer. So an educated buyer is someone who knows what the offer is, knows how you can help them, knows the problem they're going to solve, have watched the VSL, have watched a thank you video. Like, very, very methodical. An education call is someone that's like, well, Andrew, tell me a little bit about you. Because, but again, you fucked that up.
Right.
Like,
We set that up in the setting.
Yeah, as in like in the setting, number one. And then there's two sides to this, right? So there's that. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing which I think you need to track, which you don't have, is link sent.
We do have that.
Over call booking.
Yeah, we do have that.
What's the number right now?
Not good. It's 0 calls booked from link sent on Instagram this month.
And the reason, so again, okay, you look.
The reason is 100% the framing as well.
Yeah, because if you look at any sales team, right? 1 setter, 2 setters, fucking whatever setters. The biggest issue here is you can't scale like retardation. Like you can't scale stupid stuff, right? Like if this is stupid, it can't scale. So when you look at link sent, so let's just use examples. Let's say it was 5 over literally 0, which is literally 0. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing with this is you have to look at this objectively, and this is why the numbers are so important.
Yeah.
And then say, okay, setter, whoever it is, we need to go in and look specifically at those actual reasons.
Right.
That is your role, though.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to. So I've been working just trying to get him to do better on this, and he finally even just has the tonality now. Whereas before it was so bad.
But you know what you can do though is you can have the ChatGPT. You can have a ChatGPT voice of you.
Yeah, he has that.
Okay. So there's a difference, right? 1 second, between tonality and framing, right? Tonality is just sounding like Andrew. Framing is I'm like the position you want to take is I have a real estate business. I know what I'm doing in the real estate niche. I know how to help you.
Yep.
You are speaking to me and I'm offering my help.
Yes.
Right? Like there's a dynamic shift here. It's like literally, it's like power laws, basically. The power laws is like basically the position of authority is you. You are the key person of influence. You have to state that in the DMs though.
Yes.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
It's like I've been in this space for you've been
For
doing
a
this
while.
for a while. You've generated thousands of leads for companies and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely need to work on that. But yeah, it's just a lot of like, oh, like glad to hear. It's just very like, as you would put it, gay.
Hold on, can I see this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the response rate you're getting on the first message?
Actually, I have to double check, but I think it's like 1 in 5 or something.
Yeah, I would check in with Qua on this because I think that message is a very setter message,
I agree.
right? It's like, are you here for the content or are you here to help?
We were
grow
doing
business?
the how's it going, like literally exactly what Qua sent us.
Yeah.
And we weren't getting any responses.
Well, okay, so take a step back. There's saying like how's everything going?
Yeah.
And then there's looking actually at the profile and saying how's everything coming along with like the real estate
Yeah,
market.
that's what I was having him do initially. I think the phone setting is working a lot better, so I want to lean into that, get that dialed in, and then move into the DMs a little bit more.
Okay.
We have enough where I think I'm gonna just have Iris let her fucking figure it out and shit.
But that's your problem though, right?
Yeah.
So let's get to the phone setters.
Okay.
But let's just focus on this first though.
Okay.
Because you've been doing this for quite some time. You have to make sure that the same mistakes are not being repeated twice. So you need to like log
I think
your mistakes.
I think that's the problem is more me being harsh. Like I'm naturally inclined towards like being the nice guy and like that type of shit. So I think it's my fault for not being harsher. As soon as I was like, bro, what the fuck is up with the response time and like all of that? Instantly, overnight, like everything was fixed.
Okay, can I explain how to do this?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So when you're leading a team, you can lead with brutality. Okay. You can be very brutal, like, and as a result, fucking people hate you.
Yep.
Or you can lead with data. And what I mean by that is you have a benchmark and authority of things that we do and we don't do. Now, I don't mean the bigger overarching stuff, because arguably, dude, like when you say like let's book 5 calls a week, like that's kind of like stupid, right? Because it doesn't get into details.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that what we need to look for is some like what we're looking for specifically is repeating these good behaviors.
Right.
Okay. And you identifying what you will and will not tolerate with that. So what I mean by this is the SLAs around response time is as long as you're alive, okay, and you're not asleep, okay, the SLAs are sub 1 hour.
Yes.
Okay, just in general, and they will be flagged for responding outside that parameter.
Right.
Okay? And then we just gotta hold that as a rule. Okay.
Okay.
And then similarly enough is like when someone comes in, we don't say this stuff that we've recorded and we put it into like a bucket of like literally like the stupidity bucket. And there's like specific things that we don't want to repeat.
Yeah, we do that with the phone team.
And that's the thing, right? Is that because you have positive reinforcement on phone setters and it's working well for you, you're more inclined to lean into that.
Yeah.
But you need to bring this over into
DMs.
Instagram and bring it over to the team, because this is the thing is like you as the leader of the team needs to set that precedent across everything.
Okay.
Right? So I'll give you context. We have core sponsorships.
Okay.
Right? 8K to 30K deals. We have to hold a very strong bar there in terms of how we show up, the response times, how we move things along a pipeline, which is the same methodology or the same ideology of how we manage B2C on Instagram. Of course, they're wildly different things, but the method, the philosophy behind the approach is the same.
I think of it like the rat study.
Explain.
Where like I get very good at the back end. So like if you have a rat and you waft in cheese from the front, the rat's gonna run at like 80%.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a rat and you put a cat behind it and no cheese in the front, it's gonna run at like 90%. But if you put a cat in the back and cheese in front, it's gonna run at like 120.
Well, there's a few things that I want to highlight. Is like you have to be more aggressive with your goals now when it comes to your team. And what I mean by this is like if you are passive with what you want to achieve, you're going to attract people that are lazy.
I think that's the thing that I implemented this week that I think you'd want to take a look at as well.
Yeah. Just as you're pulling that up, but I want to explain that though, because like I think the biggest thing is like you need to set it at a very, very high bar in terms of like, look, dude, like this is the bare minimum that we can get out of the team, right?
Yeah.
But what I mean is like there's bare ass minimum, but then there's also the achievable, crazy goal that we're all pacing towards, right?
Yeah.
Because there's the actions that the team take,
Okay.
but then there's the culture beneath the action. And if you have one person who's a bad egg, that will permeate across your entire organization, and then that will drag you down because your actual culture is based on your weakest team member.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
I
And
see what
dude,
you're saying.
I've been very, very, very strict on this in my company, which is if someone is pulling down the culture, I'll fucking call them out on it straight away.
Okay.
Because everyone is like, well, he started at 11 this morning. Maybe I'll start at 11 tomorrow. And it's like subconscious. Because then, dude, this translates into the DMs, okay?
Yeah.
And then this translates then into the calls.
Yeah. I think, that's the weird thing that I see with my ops team is my ops team is very high. And like they're kind of like, I guess they're almost too separate.
Yeah.
They don't really like
They're separate teams. Yeah.
Yeah. But like the ops team is very like hit it. Like Max was just responding and it's like, fuck, I think, it's midnight for him.
Yeah.
And he was responding at midnight.
Well,
so like,
you want guys that want it, they're in the right seats, they're in the right position, they want it, and they almost need it too, right? They're hungry.
Exactly.
You get me? If it's a nice to have for someone, they're going to be a fucking rotten egg.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to this.
So this is what I started implementing, and it makes everything very obvious.
Yep.
So basically, every week we're gonna go through this again, and we're gonna clean slate it. We're gonna say how many follow-ups, how many calls are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then it's gonna go, okay, roughly how many booked meetings based on what you previously did last week. So we show them the metrics for last week.
This is what Aura's going to do.
Yeah, it's exactly it. But
It's going to do it.
I share this with them, and they fill it out.
Okay.
So it's very like obvious to them.
Yeah.
And then it'll tell them how many closings can they get, how much commission would that be, how much would that be monthly, and how much would that be yearly.
Yep.
Then I say, okay, what did you hit? Did you hit this? Okay, green. Did you not hit it? And that actually should be red. And so now
Is that for a week? Yeah.
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 So the other thing is the reward. So the thing that they're pushing towards is I will fly them out to Bali, room and board, if they get 10 closings in a month per person. So if Clint gets 10 closings, he will get flown out to Bali. If Victor gets 10 closings, he will get flown out to Bali.
Yeah. And dude, it's the same with ours. Like, Quaz, like, I don't know how much he's at now, but basically he's pretty close to $1 million in revenue. He's not too far off it. Yeah. But I was like, the plan, that's the whole thing. Is like I'm buying him like a Rolex as a gift. And now he's looking at dealers and so on and so forth, or his dealers and all this kind of shit. And it's culture. Yeah. And then he's like really, really baked into it. So I think all those incentives are fantastic. Yeah. But the problem is for you is that this is rolled up on a weekly basis.
It should be rolled up on a monthly or
daily.
Daily. Yeah, we break this down daily as well. Okay. But usually I say, what is your daily? And then I say, okay, how many this? How many days per week are you going to do? And should I break that down as well so that it just like auto populates?
Yes. If you look at the simple laps tracker I have a 5-day tracker. Yeah. But like it's not fucking rocket science, right?
The thing is, I want them to do it though as well. Like I want them to put it in.
Are they tracking their dailies?
Yeah. They have that all in here.
Okay. Can I see that on?
Yeah. Clint is doing decent. Victor is doing. Yeah, we'll talk about that
Who's
later.
this? This is Victor. Okay, let's see Clint, because Clint is on the phone setter side.
Yeah, Clint's a lot better. He was running into some internet issues, but the days that he didn't, he was hitting like 90, 105, 111, 71.
Yeah. So this is the thing, right? So Clint, I know this guy as well. He's he's a nice guy. He's motivated. He's making good progress. You have to reward that behavior, right?
Yeah.
Double down on that.
Yeah.
And now he'll get some good wins with this. He'll get some good commission, so on. But what I mean is like, you need now to start pulling more people in. So let's just say this is your phone setting team.
Yeah.
He is basically like a star student, which is kind of like our...
I think the next two, like they remind me, are like spitting image of Clint. And I think that was also part of the problem. I couldn't recognize it because I had never had
it. So you've interviewed 2 new people?
Yeah, I'm bringing on 2 new. One got another offer for a closing position. So we'll see if he joins, but...
Okay, can I just walk through like how we want to ramp this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me like go detail in this. So basically, Clint has been booking calls, and he gets a lot of pickups. He's getting a few booked in. He's booking them manually, right? These are all manual bookings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So he's booking them in. They're recorded.
Yeah.
Okay. So B and C, these two guys now, the two new guys they're bringing in, like you'll bring them in eventually, they have to be trained on his content.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the plan. So
Okay. But the other thing is,
yeah.
he is not involved in rap. This is the thing, is that
Right.
we can't have him off focus of booking calls, right? He has to take care of let me try to explain this for a second.
Okay.
He has to go through that entire process of him being fully ramped up, doing the 100 calls a day.
Okay.
And then these two guys are learning off his material, and your job is to actually coach these two guys, okay?
Okay. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are feedback day. Should I have Clint potentially take over one of the days with them?
No, he's not a sales manager. This is a huge
Okay.
mistake. So let's break this down. So this is the weekly coaching, okay?
Okay.
So weekly coaching, this is really, really important.
Yeah.
So let me try to change this pen a bit, make this a bit thinner.
Just ignore it. Doesn't print out.
So hold on, weekly coaching. Okay. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I
Now,
think yeah.
So, okay, let me explain this.
Okay.
If you want to blow up your sales team,
Okay.
have your best sales rep become the sales manager, right? It's like the worst thing you could possibly do.
Okay.
What you need to do, because you're the fucking CEO and you're the sales manager as of right now, is you need to do this shit.
Okay.
Because you don't need to coach him you don't need him to coach the other reps on what to do.
Right.
You were the one to coach him.
Right.
So what you need to do is have all of your coaching sessions right now with your current sales team recorded.
Right.
Structured, like actually structured in Google Drive. So it's like
I have SOPs for all that. So it breaks everything down.
Yeah.
And then I have a different I have a folder basically, and it's dedicated to every time we get a new objection, whoever got the objection, how they handled it on the call, and then we break down why that worked and why that didn't.
Okay. So Monday,
Okay.
goal setting.
Yep.
Friday, review the goals.
Yep.
Check the delta between the two. How much is the delta right now? So let's give an example just for people. On Monday, you say you want to book 10 calls, 70% show rate, close 7 or 8 deals that week. On Friday, let's say you wanted to close 30K. How close are you from there, from a percentage basis, not from a revenue basis, but a percentage basis?
Okay.
What would that number be right now?
Percentage.
Yeah. How delusional is your sales team, basically?
Victor is extremely delusional. Basically, like I think 90% for Vic, but Clint is
90% off.
90% off. But Clint is
That's 10% accuracy, yeah.
Like 10% off. So like 90. I'd say
90%,
80.
right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like to me that basically Clint he's really on the ball.
Yeah.
He will teach the other new reps coming in by kind of
osmosis.
Yeah, through the grapevine, basically, right? Like being like a leader, okay? And it will also create a healthy competition. Sales reps are very egotistical. We actually want that healthy competition, though. We want them to be like, oh, like there's a new fucking dog in town, and like we want those guys to be benchmarked off each other.
Yeah.
Now, then on Tuesday and Thursday, you would go over reviews.
Yeah.
So
that's what we're doing.
That's where Clint can take the lead, or you can do it together with him.
Yep.
And he can teach your other reps on how to basically not be a dumbass, right?
Got it.
And then on Wednesday, it's just pure product.
Yep. That's yep.
But the biggest thing with product though is like looking at the best examples of clients you have.
Yeah.
And just constantly reiterating that. Like we do this thing with a client, we onboard them, we get them up and running in this way. Even like the other day, we brought in a new client, a very high profile client, and Kwa, one of our sales reps, was actually there on the onboarding call. Like he was just in the room, and he was like, "Oh, like that went really well." He was like, "It was super interesting how like you guys got like the profile set up super quickly, you got access." But that's important because when guys are like in DMs, "Oh, how do you ensure that the quality is good?" He's like, "Bro, we have like an onboarding system."
Yeah.
You know. So what I'm trying to say is like with the product, that needs to be very much like always reiterated. Like your best wins, your best case studies every week.
Yeah. I need to be more autistic about the SOPs. So I'm really good at like doing the SOPs for the ops team.
But I think this is the thing, right? Like SOPs are like this is where I fucking hate the agency people because
Okay.
they're like, I have an SOP for my $3 VA from the Philippines, and if $3 Philippines person is like, I don't even have a laptop. It's like,
No, that's fucking lame video.
but it's literally like the most basic shit, like log into Gmail.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
But like sales
Fuck
is
that.
very fluid and it's very variable.
Mhm.
So just like you said, when I showed you our openers, and you said that you tried it and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Like that is sales. So therefore, there doesn't need to be an opener SOP, right?
Yeah.
What there just needs to be is just fucking structure.
Yeah.
Right.
If I have the phone team dialed more versus the Instagram, should I just cut the Instagram for now? Like not like entirely for setters, but
Yeah.
like I mean focus on the content instead of running ads because I feel like that's just burning a hole.
Okay,
With
let's really break this down because
Okay.
this was one of the reasons why I stopped doing Google Ads.
Okay.
Was because we didn't have our meta ads dialed in.
That yeah.
Okay. But the thing is that your phone setting is going well.
Mhm.
So to scale that up doesn't involve 10x amount of work.
Yeah.
Probably like 2x, right?
Yeah.
Bring in like two guys, like 2x work. Whereas it's not like it's going from scratch, and
Yeah.
it's not that it's bad. It's actually really good.
Mhm.
You just enhance it. I do think just in general, your DM setter on Instagram is going to be your DM setter on LinkedIn anyway.
Yeah.
And you always need to push organic content anyway.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like different things. It's kind of like breakfast and lunch. They're like different stuff,
Okay.
right? It's like you need to scale your phone setting team,
Okay.
and we need to put in those people. And you
Okay.
need to not have your main setter go off and do like dumb stuff. You need to like actually focus on setting, and we need to add 2 more guys in and go to 300, 400 calls a day.
Okay.
That's non-negotiable. But as you do that, you'll have more hours in a day because one, you're 12 hours behind your ahead of your sales team. So when you're not focused on that, which to be honest, bro, should be like 4 hours of your day max because you're going to turn it to data otherwise, then you can focus on organic. And then I would say top performing organic that turns into ads.
Yeah.
So like just get really fucking good at writing, get really good at creating content, get really good at creating video.
Yeah.
And then that top performing can go into LinkedIn and into IG.
Got it.
Because the thing with this is like you're always gonna basically content is your pension plan. And it's like your insurance policy, it's your way out of this shit. And if you take the ball off in terms of you're not doing setting, like how much effort is it for you to basically get the DM setters to actually do the work? Like ideally you need better DM setters. You don't need to get rid of DM setting.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And like this is the thing is that like I said this to Mark the other day in our 1-to-1, which was like be prepared to churn shoe reps. Like
Yeah.
you're not here to fucking save anyone. You're here to make money. So if you're here to make money, be prepared to churn through them. Like you need to actually have a detachment from it. Like we got rid of a rep purely because he sold in a different way than how I wanted to sell.
Okay.
He was good. He was a nice guy, but he
And-
sold in a different way than how I wanted to sell, which is the main thing. Because if I'm looking at someone over like a 3-year time horizon, I want them to do it my way, or at least the way that we're thinking, and then bring in their own flavor.
Right.
Versus like you don't want to be like I'm going to save her vibes, right?
You
get me?
Yeah.
Now the reason why I'm saying this is because sales is the front end of the business,
And it needs to be cutthroat.
and it needs to work.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It doesn't need to be cutthroat. It needs to fucking work.
Yeah.
So it's like if someone's coming in and they're trying to insert their own like laziness, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to take 4 hours off a day to like drink matcha and like sit in the ice bath. It's like you can do that, but for a different company,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like this is like the bar that we've set basically. You know?
Okay.
And like you do that based on like data, which is Clint is a great example. Your top like setter. It's like he just chews glass in like fucking Nigeria or wherever he is right now. Is he in Nigeria?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in Nigeria now.
So he's just in Nigeria, waking up, chewing glass every day. He's booking a bunch of calls.
Yeah.
He's happy as. It's like, that's the gold standard. So our equivalent is Squaw. It's like, he just wakes up, he goes to the gym, and he just bro scales all day. And
Yeah.
it's like, that's the bar that we've just set.
Yeah.
And it shows 2 things. It shows 1, that it's possible. And then it shows 2, what you'll tolerate. Because what you're tolerating is actually going to hold you back.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
It's a death by 1,000 cuts.
I think
So that's my question to you, is like, what are you tolerating right now?
I'm tolerating too much. I think the other thing is I'm too like emotionally attached. Like I feel bad letting a rep go. You know what I mean? I have to kind of like detach that.
Yeah, but I think it's just part of you being a leader, right? Okay, think about this. If you don't let him go, it's a disservice to the rest of the team.
Sure.
And also, full transparency, people won't respect you, right? And I had this conversation with a team member recently, which was because they can't make decisions fast enough, people don't respect them.
Sure.
And it's nothing to do with who he is. It's like people respect people who move quickly and are decisive.
Yeah.
That's what a charismatic leader is. It's someone who leads a team, and then it's also someone who has the balls to make a decision. You know, because bear in mind, like every unmade decision carries a debt, and then that debt has to be paid at some point. So if you're paying for it with fucking revenue out of your ass right now, and you're losing that money, then that unmade decision is lost money today, tomorrow, forever and ever. And again, who this falls back on is you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you gotta think about this. A shit rep is gonna make no money whether he's selling Apple's product or he's selling fucking Alex Hormozi's product. He's just gonna be shit regardless, right? And like that's just his nature. But if you're like, I'm gonna save her vibes, then you're not making money, he's not making money, your team are also not respecting you. And then they're gonna put their head up. Because they're like, I learned phone setting.
Yeah.
I am good at what I do. And I know I can get a different offer.
Yeah.
You know? Because you're thinking it from your perspective. You got to think of it from their perspective.
True.
You know? If they've came in and they've got really good sales training, which is what they get with us, then, bro, like, bear in mind, I'm not going to say the client, but a recent client that we signed, their sales reps started going through our program and then through our training. And they were like, Jesus fucking Christ. Because the logic is that guy's thinking, the rep, he's like, I just learned this stuff.
Yeah.
And I can move to a different offer if things don't work out. And I can, like, it's selfish, right? But what I mean is, like, people make selfish decisions all the time. So knowing that, you have to make hard decisions.
Yeah.
And like, bro, full transparency, like, you know, that's what's going to get you to multiple six figures a month, is being able to make very hard decisions and just do them like this. Just like, done.
Yeah.
I told you, right? I got rid of an ads guy.
Yeah.
I got rid of another partner we had in the same hour. And I just, 2 messages, it was done. I just closed down WhatsApp for like a day.
Jesus Christ.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Because everything that I don't do is one, costing me, and it's also costing everyone. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think it's just being very decisive, you know?
Yeah.
I said this, sorry, one thing I'll say this as well. I said this a quarter today, which is there actually is no bad decision because you can make every decision actually a good decision. So if you hire a rep, you can equally just make it work or get rid of him. If you fire a rep, you can just replace him and get someone else. But the only bad decision is if you don't make a decision. Right?
Okay.
If you let drag happen, operational drag, you know. So basically, if you let this is, bro, I literally said this earlier, which is my pet fucking peeve is when there's a problem in a process, like sales, marketing, ads, whatever, and it's not addressed. So no one spotted it. So if that unmade decision is not done, that carries an operational drag. Bear in mind, the operational drag comes out of your Amex, bear in mind.
Yeah.
So operational drag happens, and then literally the feedback from the team is, oh yeah, okay, let's do something. Like that's literally what happens. Yeah. They don't know that you, 1, lost revenue, and then 2, you paid for that mistake with your Amex.
True.
But dude, you have to tell your team that. Like, I literally tell my team that all the time. I'm like, full transparency, if we don't make money, like, it's not just you. Okay, take a step back. For our employees who are on salaries, like they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get paid anyway. And I'm like, no, bro. Like, if our agency loses X amount of clients in a quarter, I'll actually reduce the team size.
Yeah.
Right? So our expenses are pretty fixed in the agency. Yeah. Our operations are generally fixed. I'm spending around 20 to 30K a month. And everyone's like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, no, bro. Like, if we start losing clients, and I remember we lost 3 clients in a month, like a couple of months ago. I think I saw this too. Yeah. I was like, yeah, bro. Like, I will downsize for a quarter and go back up.
That's something that I did with my ops guy.
And that's why he's working at midnight.
Yeah. Which I fucking love about him. And the other thing is, he gets paid based on the amount of clients we have as well.
But this is the thing. Why are you not doing that across your company?
That's a good point.
Because I'm actually, funnily enough, I'm actually not doing it the other way as much. I'm very like, you know, deep in like the sales side and the marketing side. But I guess it's because like I have a COO who runs the agency, I don't need to be.
Yeah.
But like, culture is culture, right?
Right.
And that is a moving average that needs to be addressed, like basically everywhere.
in general. Yeah. I think that's something I need to do. I just I don't have a reason to. I just haven't done it. You know. So like,
But
I'm
why?
taking notes of like again, like I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Well, why haven't you? Oh, sorry. What's the unmade decision you haven't made?
I think the biggest one is going to be cutting the sales team.
Yeah.
The other thing that I have to do is I'm reducing commission for the setters that are coming in.
Oh, that's fine.
And like those decisions are pretty easy. But I think it's that. I think it's going to be just kind of telling people, like, I'm so attached to people. You know what I mean? I think I just need to like get over that like fire thing.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like that's it. Like, this is a mental block. You need to get over it.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Fuck. But this is good. Like, it's a big awakening, which is like, just because you go to fucking sauna and you just like go into the ice bath doesn't mean your problems go away, right? Like, if you have an issue with a rep, like you have to resolve that issue. You've coached them. You've tried to coach them, and I want to clearly specify that we spent like 60 days trying to coach them.
Yeah.
But if they're not performing, you have to let them go. Okay.
Yeah.
That's one thing. The other thing then is about the commission. Is you can never ever go back on something that you promised, ever. So if you promised 10% on total revenue generated per client, you can never roll that back, bro. Like, that's literally like,
so like
that's a very like unethical thing to do with a sales team. But what you can do is you hire new people. So like, I actually give you full transparency. I used to, when our CSMs were taking calls, the commission was way higher. Yeah. Because they were like doing full cycle. Whereas now, it's not way higher, but what I mean is like, it was that the sales team was smaller, but now that the sales team is standardized, the commission is standardized. Right.
I think
and there's even improvements that I can make on that as well.
So that's one of the weird things. So like my current phone team gets 25%.
Of the first month.
Of the first month.
Yeah, okay. So that's like,
and I'm reducing it for the incoming ones to 20.
Yeah, that's nothing, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And then closers,
like 750, yeah. And all they just need to do is sign like 3 or 4 clients.
And honestly, most people are doing 6K, so they get 1,500 per.
It's just for phone setters.
For phone setters.
And then you're closing.
Yeah, I'm closing right now.
Yeah.
My thought is we do 10% to closers because we'll have a decent close rate and they can take probably 4 calls a day.
Okay, well, this is a separate conversation. So you have the setter and you're the setting team now, and they're setting onto your calendar and you're taking the calls.
Right.
Do you want to move into closing? Get a closer.
Yeah, I'm going to get the 2 phone setters in first.
Yep.
Get them ramped, and then I'm going to bring in a closer. So just order of operations.
What I would suggest is, okay, so I would get the phone setters in with a shorter time horizon of hiring. So let's say you want to hire in like 14 days.
Okay.
I would start hiring for the closer now.
Okay.
With a 30-day horizon. Okay. Which means
are closers just harder to find? Good closers?
They're harder to find, and 2, if they come from a sales program, they're expensive. But the other thing too is we want to make sure it's the right fit.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a big fit, and then the ramp up then is going to take a long time. So let's go through, if you don't mind, can we go through the closing process?
Yeah.
Okay. So a closer is the most expensive part of your business, always, because everyone's like, well, I'm not actually paying them a base, and then they just do this. It's like, no.
Fuck the base.
Yeah. So we're going to break this down into a few things, right? And this is exactly what we do with Tiernan, and Tiernan's a fucking G, so he absolutely smashed it. So you do a 10-day sink or swim exercise.
Okay.
And the best way to describe this is Hell Week in the US Navy SEALs. They have to do all the ramp up humanly possible to be able to get on calls in 10 days. Okay. Now you might say, what if they don't have the skill? Then you don't fucking hire someone who doesn't have the skill. Right. That's the whole thing. It's like, if they can't learn the skill, or if they don't have the skill in 10 days, then they shouldn't have been hired in the first place. Okay. This sink or swim process is they watch the call recordings, so all the recordings. Okay. They do the daily training. Okay. Then you do, after like day 2, you do role play. Yep. And you do role play at least once a day. Yep. So like once a day. Okay. So that means at the end of 10 days, they have watched 30 recordings.
Okay.
They've role played for an hour a day. They've gone through all the material. They're also in your coaching calls or your client calls as like a CSM, so they can listen and watch. Okay. And then at the end of 10 days, they give you a yes or no decision.
Okay.
So the yes decision is they're ready to go on calls, and the no decision is that they're not ready to go on calls.
Okay.
If someone says that they're not ready to go on calls, that's their fault.
Okay.
So that's like their problem. If you've coached them correctly, okay, you coach them up here correctly. So during that period of time, they're going to, during this 10 days, they're going to shit their pants and lose their mind to get this right. Then when they go on calls, this is a very important point, they have a 20 call test. Okay? So they take 20 calls and this is their sink or swim. With these 20 calls, you have to, as a business owner, just
watch.
Just dissolve the money. Just to think about, they're not gonna just forget about it. Like, these guys are gonna be so stupid, they're just gonna like one of a clue. Okay? And then the goal then is they do 20 calls test. That might take 30 days, roughly. After the first 10 calls, you'll get a good idea. After 20 calls, we see their close rate. Okay, so let's just say it is 20%. Okay, and let's say this happened between all of September.
Okay.
So in September, they took 20 calls and their close rate was 20%.
Okay.
So that means they closed 4 people. Okay.
Okay.
Now, important point. Sorry, let's go back. Here you hire 2 people, by the way.
Okay.
2 people. One lives, one dies. Okay. Then one guy is 20. The other guy is 30. Okay. But, so this is a lot of calls, but it's just a hypothetical. So they've taken 20 calls each. So 20, 20.
Okay.
One guy's 20, one guy's 30.
Okay.
But, very important, the team average, so excluding these 2 closers, was 25%.
Okay.
So this guy is below benchmark by 5%. And then this guy is above benchmark by 5%. So this guy's obviously a top performer.
So then cut the bottom one.
Yeah, because the whole logic is, it doesn't matter about what his close rate is. It's just the comparison, because you're still taking calls, bro.
Okay.
So your close rate was 25%, because the reason why I'm saying this, what this does is this discounts marketing. Because this shows that if you've had a good month of marketing, the ads are hitting, the content's hitting, then let's just say as a result it's 25%, which is obviously quite low, right? But I could say like it factors in marketing, because you cannot ever be like, oh well, my close rate is 40%, because 1, you're the founder,
Right.
2, that's historical.
Yeah.
You could have launched a business and your grandmother and your other grandmother could have bought your offer. So it doesn't fucking, so like these people are like super warm and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to take a 30-day moving average.
Yeah.
And then the 30-day moving average then is the decider. Okay. This is the most methodical way.
So my close rate last month was 50, I think.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
The problem there is the fact that it's too high because you're not getting enough call volume.
Yeah.
Or the price is too low.
Okay. My guess is probably priced too low.
But how much calls did you take?
Just anecdotally though, I mean, a lot of people are like, I basically rarely get price objections. Yeah, like.
Yeah. So this is the thing, right? Your offer is a make money offer.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right? It's a make money offer.
Yeah.
You need to do a few things. Okay. Don't change the price because it's closing. It's working.
Okay.
You need more calls in the calendar, bro.
Okay.
Like, I think you shouldn't.
I mean, we're basically up to that almost already this month.
Yeah, but I think you shouldn't think about changing the price until you're probably running like 50 calls a
50
month.
calls a month. Okay,
right?
okay.
50 calls a month on a low end, right? And
Okay.
of that 50 calls a month, then if your close rate's super high,
Yeah.
right?
That's fair. That's fair. I think
Because again, yours is a retainer, right? It's not like a coaching offer.
it's base plus percentage.
Base. Yeah, but what I mean is they're gonna pay you in perpetuity.
Yeah.
So because of that, you don't need to be as concerned about, oh, like, I could have squeezed out an extra $1,000 a month, because like if your LTV is like 12 months, you're still gonna make, bro, like 60K or 70K a client, right? And then with the commission structure too, you can actually make like 150K a client.
Sure.
So it's less about that; it's more about getting them fucking closed.
Yeah. I was also thinking about this because like we have kind of, I was realizing we almost have two different ICPs. So we have agents and we have brokerages.
Yeah.
On that, that's kind of away from sales, but like agents respond a lot more emotionally and don't have as much capital to spend, whereas brokerages are just like very like, does this logically make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, no.
It's B2B versus B2C.
Exactly. And the advantage with phones as well that we have is it's all brokerages.
Yeah.
That we can pick. Whereas like Instagram is basically all agents.
Okay, well, if that's the case, so what we can do is just, for now, just double down on the agent stuff. On the broker. Sorry.
Okay.
Right? Okay, let's take a step back. So one thing I will say with this is still produce the content so that you're not a potato on the internet.
Okay.
Right? People know who you are, right?
Yeah.
Still produce the volume of content. But at the same time, you can go after the big fish. And this is what we're going to do with Aura, right?
Yeah.
Aura is going to be self-serve. People can buy up to whatever. So it might be like $1,000 a month people are paying for the software, which could be like 5 reps.
Okay.
But then we'll have 2 SDRs who will hammer the shit out of outbound.
Okay.
And they'll be going after people that are going to spend, let's say, $1,500 a month, and then the PIF on that for the year is 10K.
Okay.
So it's like that's the enterprise deal.
Yeah.
You know? So what I'm trying to say is like you create the ecosystem in a way that allows you to just attract the agents that want to just get started with you.
Yeah.
But then they require like very little work.
Yeah.
And then you put your time towards the bigger brokerages that pay you more, you know?
Because like I was looking at this as well, like the LTV of the brokerages is better just in general because
Well,
like
obviously, yeah.
because instead of getting like 15% of one agent, we get like 2% of 100.
2% of 100. Yeah, of course. But what I would say here is like you still have the same issue though, which is call volume.
Yeah. I think my thought is once we get another phone setter in, I don't think we're gonna run into that.
Okay, so let's put together a plan, right? So on there it's let's just take a step back. I want to draw this out. So we have on the lead side, sales side, and delivery side.
Okay.
Delivery is fine. It's all taken care of. Here. We need, let's say,
leads.
Setter 1.
Okay.
Setter 2. Setter 3.
Yep.
These are all the phone guys.
Yep.
They're going to hammer the shit out of this.
Yep.
And then we ideally want the founder of you.
Yep.
And then a supporting closer.
Okay.
By 2. Okay. And then the goal here then is...
So are closers one-to-one to setters?
What do you mean?
So like for every setter we have a closer?
No, necessarily. Like
Okay.
you could put 2 setters to 1 closer.
That's what I was thinking. I thought we could do 3 setters to 1 closer.
No. You're also thinking you're thinking about the problem the wrong way.
Okay.
The closing is based on
Call volume, period.
availability, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's called white space, right? So the white space is if closer 1, it's like Airbnb. So closer 1, closer 2, if this person is 90% booked, you're like literally fucked.
Yeah.
You're like literally fucked. What you want is you want this guy to be at like 50%,
And the other guy to be at
and another guy like 50%.
Yeah.
And then you want them to like, so this is like booked. You want them to be like, munching on the opportunity to get more calls, which is literally our scenario, which is like, again, this is where we go into like more like philosophical levels of sales, which is these guys need ramming through the front, which if the solution is just to bring in a call center, they'll ram these 2 guys. And then it's like, okay, now that they both move to, let's say, 70%, 70. And then at this point, it's, oh, fuck, we need a third closer, right? But the thing is, so a lesson I learned about hiring many, many years ago was you never, ever, ever, ever hire someone when you need them. You never hire someone when you need them. You never hire someone when you need them. Hire them way beforehand. I actually just had it here in a minute ago. I was like, maybe we actually might need another setter. Just I don't know, like just maybe we might need another setter. And it's like, well, we can have conversations around it. I have a hiring manager, whatever.
Right.
So you want to make sure that that's like the logic. So like the thing is with you is you're the founder. You're not really stuck in delivery. You're very similar to me. Like you're not really in the delivery loop anymore. But what we do need to do is make sure that you're very vigilant about your capacity.
Right.
And even like things like this, man, like you're 12 hours ahead, your white space, your availability hours is like 4 a day for calls.
Right.
Whereas if you just had someone in America who has 10 hours of availability, then
Then we would be fine.
yeah, and also there's things like this too, right? Like the biggest benefit for Tiernan, right, is so Tiernan may not have like 6 hours a day of calls.
Yeah.
But what he does is he has mental bandwidth to take calls.
More.
So
Yeah.
no, but not even take more, just to take the calls that he has.
Yeah.
So if he wakes up and he knows he has like 3 calls a day,
Yeah.
he's like, I have to make the most out of these 3 calls.
Okay.
And he's just thinking about it. If I had to take 3 calls a day, I would be like, oh my fucking God, bro. I have like these coaching calls going on. I have to go figure out the ads. I have to like speak with like Kelly from marketing. Like I just have so much going on in my brain, which is why like founder-led sales is an absolute crutch, bro. It's not a positive thing because the thing is, right, your sample size is so small, of course, compared to a closer.
Yeah.
Your availability is so much less. The relationships you have with prospects that come in is higher, but you're cherry picking the best.
Right.
Whereas when you have a closer, he can take
more.
Let's say 90% of calls, and like the 10% that are truly unqualified will get this DQ'd.
Yeah.
But his close rate is lower, but you have to notice that his sample size is so much higher.
Yeah.
Right? If I cherry picked 5 calls a week, yeah, fair enough, I closed 3, my close rate is 60%. But if a closer takes 40 calls Monday to Sunday because you're not a fucking princess, and if he closes 10, 25%, you're like, oh my God, it's super low. It's like, bro, 10 at 8K is 80K a week.
Yeah.
Whereas if I close 3 at 8K, it's 24K. And then again, right? That's weekly.
Yeah.
Fucking roll up to monthly, roll up to quarterly, roll up to yearly. Even like logically, I might have to be in Miami in October.
Okay.
And like, I'm obviously just not taking calls when I'm on a fucking plane, right? It's like shit like this, you know what I mean? Whereas, and you're also going to be traveling in October.
Yeah.
It's like understanding like the laws of like gravity with this stuff. You can't do this stuff yourself. And I think, you know, if like people listen to this as well might be like, well, I'm so happy doing my soundbite chat and I'm so happy doing this. It's like, do you want to make 50K a month or do you want to make 500K a month?
Sure.
Because they're both very, very different energy types of like what needs to be allocated and like how the setters are set up and so on. Like, yeah, you can make 50K a month with one setter who you don't talk to and you don't run meetings to. This was the big thing I had to do with Mark, which is like, he didn't say directly that you need to do that, but he was like, I was like, you need to do 5 meetings a week. And he just said, why? And I goes, because you want to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? And like, if you chat to anybody else, bro, no one is doing 5 meetings a week with their setters.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone else is doing it.
Yeah. I mean, our ops team, we do 3.
Yeah.
But like, that's also ops team.
Sick. Okay, before we wrap up, anything final?
I think that's the biggest thing. Like, hammer the phones a little bit more. Continue the content. Bring in one good setter for that.
Yeah, but just don't think about it too much.
Sales Hell Week.
Yeah, Sales Hell Week. That's I'm gonna write a post with that.
Yeah, and then that's about it.
All right, bro.
Cut Vic, detached motions.
Legend.
Cheerio.